Okay, so this is a cotangent graph. So some of the similar rules as we would have when we were working with tangent. So again, there's really no amplitude here. There is a 1 technically in front. So remember, this is just how steep the S-shaped curve is. The midline is at 0. There's nothing being added or subtracted at the beginning or end of it. So that means everything's going to be right on the middle of the S would be right on the x-axis. Now my b value is 2. So remember, for tangent and cotangent, the period is pi divided by b. So this will be pi over 2. And then the critical points are the period divided by 2. So this is pi over 2 divided by 2, which would lead us to pi over 4. You can, instead of dividing by 2, you can multiply by 1/2. So pi over 4 is the final answer. And then we do our 2x minus pi over 2. And I'll set that equal to 0. So I'm going to add the pi over 2 to the other side. And then when I divide by 2, I'm getting x is, again, pi over 4. And so I can do my first critical value to the right, pi over 4. And then once you've done that, you go back to your spacing, this critical value, critical point, and you add that number. So I'm going to add pi over 4. So a fourth and a fourth is a half. A half plus a fourth would put me at 3/4. Now remember, you can go to your calculator and type in 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, and you just keep adding this number and hitting math enter enter, and you'll get the same thing. So 3/4 plus another fourth would put me at 1 pi, and then the last one is 5 pi over 4, or 1 1/4 pi. All right, so remember with the cotangent curve, that's going to go up to the left, and that will start with an asymptote, then a 0, then an asymptote, then a 0, and it keeps alternating. So the first critical value would be a vertical asymptote. The next one would be a 0. The next one would be an asymptote. The next one is a 0. And the next one is an asymptote. And so I would go back, and I would just do these little S shapes up to the left, down to the right, up to the left, and down to the right. And that's what that cotangent curve looks like.